What's up, you guys? John from Old Reading Farm here. Hope you're doing well. Today's video, we're going to be doing some extra security on our emu pen. So we just have the one gate right here that you can see. And the problem with this is there's such a big gate. And since we were using like tree trunks for the sides, this was the only real method of closing this that I felt comfortable with. And so that's a cane bolt. And so the problem is we've had a couple issues with that not quite latching properly, and we've had emus escape, which is no bueno. And luckily they just kind of hung around and just went on the other side. One of them went on the chicken village side over there, one of them went over here, but they just wanted to get back in, you know, with their other emus. So we're gonna build like a sort of airlock sort of thing, gate lock, where it's like just an additional sort of small pen that comes out, and the whole point of it is to just give another layer of security. So there's another smaller door that we can use over here. And so I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna build it, but I'm gonna go grab the tractor and my tools, and I'll meet you back down here in a second, all right? All right, so it turns out I left my drill in Catherine's car, so I was unable to really do anything yesterday. I kind of just took the easy way out. We got a new a laser cutter, so I took the opportunity to just go have some fun with that and actually got it working. So back here, I actually have a headache today, so I don't think I'm gonna do too much, but I am just gonna start digging out some post holes. And you know, for this, I'm just gonna use the manual post hole digger. We have the 3-point hitch digger, but to like go through the hassle of taking the backhoe off the tractor and putting that on there, it's just not worth it for 2 holes. So I'm just gonna dig 2 holes, basically right where these 2 posts are, just, you know, a few feet out, probably just like right here. And I'll just make it square with these posts, because we were thinking of having like a log arch thing here, but like obviously with the time, we don't have time to do that now. But anyway, I'm gonna start just digging some holes and see how far we get. All right, so I got my 2 holes dug, no problem. And I hope it was in that time lapse. All of the emus running around like crazy people. So these aren't gonna be like permanent fixtures here, so I'm not gonna put these in cement, but these 2 big cedar posts here are fixed in cement, so I'll brace the 2 posts for the door to those, and that'll make these front ones nice and strong. And I guess I'm gonna have to do like a similar, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I should try to do like a triangle shape so that it's a skinnier door here. Because I think in the long run, we're gonna have a curving log arch from here and then come around, like sort of, hard to describe, but like almost like an igloo sort of thing happening here a little bit. Nah, I think it'll be fine. Well, now I'm not sure. So I may or may not dig 2 more holes. Probably not. I think it'll be easier to hang a bigger door than it will to be digging different holes and putting braces on an angle. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'm gonna keep it here. So I'm gonna go grab some logs. I know I have some cedar poles around here somewhere. In the interest of losing some of my gut, I'm gonna go see if I can carry them by hand. Be right back. All right, so I was not able to continue yesterday because it started to rain. I had to go visit my mom who had hip surgery, so didn't get a lot done yesterday. But what I do have are these 2 birch 4x4s that I cut months ago, and they've been sitting around because they're not quite right. They're like thicker on one end than the other. I had a dull blade, or, you know, I've experienced with birch that it bends. It's either got a lot of stress in it or something. Either way, it tends to bend and pop when milling. So, you know, I won't ever really, I think, mill birch again, but I do have these 2 sort of scrap 4x4s. Easier than bringing over cedar posts over here, especially because this is going to be sort of temporary. but also it'll be good to have a square surface to mount my hinges. It'll just be easier to get them lined up better. So anyway, the other thing that I have here, and this is a little trick that I've done before, is I have these U-posts. And then this has perfect holes for screws right here, so that I can screw it right into the back of that 4x4, and that'll just give me even more additional strength just on the back, sturdiness. Because, you know, when hanging a door, it'll end up being a pretty big door, and so it needs to be good and strong. So this will help it be strong. So now I'm gonna dump these in here. I'm gonna pound these posts in, get everything all level, and then I guess start building the door. Let's get to it. All right, so stage one of the Emu airlock is complete. And you know, it's not exactly the most stable thing in the world, but it's fine, doesn't really matter. It just needs to be here, and it's more for security purposes. So like, you know, we open a door here, and it'll have a gate latch so we can just swing it shut here. In case this door doesn't latch, there's just a little extra security. So I have a cattle panel over there, and I have some wire scraps over here, so I'll use all this to fortify the exterior here, and then build the door, and we'll be all set. Gosh, that's going to be one heck of a door. Sort of regretting not making it smaller, although I could still do that. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I'll do it something like that, or then I'll have some 2x4s coming down this way to give us a bit of a smaller frame. We'll have to see. Check in a minute. So I did decide to shrink the door entry a little bit. And I think in an ideal world, maybe we would have just put this post in and connected it directly to that one there. But this is fine. And so this is a 4x4 that I had laying around, and actually that is pretty stable. And so then I have these type of gate hinges, and I have the same ones sort of here. Oh, you know, that's what I should have gotten. That's what I meant to get. Maybe I'll go get those, because what I got instead was I got these straps. And so these need, you know, really thick-headed screws to fit through those holes and hold it together. But if I go get those little hooks, that should do better. So maybe I will go and grab that real quick. Or maybe I'll just finish the door. I'm not sure. Well, I don't... They have one more... I think I have one more 2x4 over there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to come back later today and work on this. We'll see what I feel like doing. All right, we're back. Now it's time to build the door. Let's go. try that one more time. All right, so the door is up, and pretty proud of this one. So it actually took me a few tries to get it right. But like I said, you know, we're using these little hooks and beams and whatever. So I waited to put in the other side of the door jamb because I was unsure exactly how wide this was going to be, and I didn't want to do it and then take it out. So now I just set it up, made a mark down at the bottom, put my board up there, level it, and then I should be good. Now, I don't know if you saw me. So I also noticed that, you know, I'm using all scrap wood that I have lying around that I don't really have a use for otherwise. And now the problem that I encountered is this has the bark edge on the jamb side, which means that it's not going to have enough surface area to get the gate latch on there. So I'm probably just going to put like another small board right across here and just have it stick out a little bit, which should be fine. Again, temporary. Here we go. But we are basically done. You know, it's definitely not the prettiest thing that I've ever built, but it should be functional. So we have the fencing on the side here, which is very strong, and they're not going to get through that. And then I have these solid panels on here because I really just didn't want to deal with more fencing wrapping around here, and this stuff sticks out, as you can see. And so I'll cut this down. Ouch. I just stabbed myself. I'll cut this down to be like here. So I didn't want to have this coming around to this panel and have it potentially scratching us. And then I'm going to put some solid wood across this a little bit. I think I'll use some of the top cuts because I've been talking about not thinking of a way to use those. So really just got 2 more steps and this is done. Came together pretty quick. So just gonna grab some top cuts, cut them up and hang them, see how it looks. All right, well, this is certainly not my most favoritist thing that I've ever built, but it's a thing. It's not the ugliest thing I built either. But yeah, I think it was a good use of some of these top cuts that I had just lying around. Again, it's not super fancy. You know, maybe this is a little bit overkill for something temporary, but this will do the job for sure. Now there's big gaps here, but emus won't be able to get through there. But this way, you know, we have just some protection so that in the event that this door is accidentally left open, hopefully these emus won't get out, right? Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Please give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and as always, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.